Okay, now open your eyes very gently. So that completed the first part of our hour and a half boot camp. So now we're on to the second part. And as I had mentioned in the past, my own reason for being here is not just to teach you exercise or even introduce the concept of qi, introduce the concept of qigong or the thousand-year-old culture in my the Chinese culture of maintaining health or preventing sickness. It is really to bring forth the concept and let you experience on your own the idea that your existence is not only limited to this body, that there's actually additional dimensions of your existence. Now, much of what we do here, much of what anybody does in terms of their spiritual practice dates back to the North Indians, particularly to Shiva. Shiva is one of the three most important gods in the Indian tradition. Shiva is also known as the Adi Yogi, the original yogi. Okay, and he talks about the existence of our dimensions of existence into the 5 dimensions. In the middle, there's the food body. Food body meaning that every single atoms and molecules and cell that you have in this body that you think is your identity is in fact borrowed. It's in fact borrowed, right? The money that you use was just to rent the banana that you ate for breakfast. When you die, that banana in one form or another has to be returned. It's like you're loaning a book from the library, right? Then inside is what's called the chi body, the energy body, and Shiva himself talks about the 72,000 nadis. These are the energy lines that run through a body from the universe between the heaven and the earth. Okay, and then where these nadis, these energy intercepts, is what he called chakras. Chakras, and he believes that there is 112 chakras. 4 of them exist outside the body, 108 of them exist inside the body. But as a being, a normal being, we can only experience 7. And you'll understand that, most of you, from studying, following the Indian culture, especially the yogi culture. Okay, so there's 7 chakras. And then inside of that is something called the bliss body. The bliss body. Now, the Chinese abstract that into 3. I actually am more in tune with that abstraction because from a scientist standpoint, it's just the particle, the wave, and the information. Particle was studied by Newton. Wave was studied by the quantum physicists. And finally, the information was most recently studied by Stephen Hawking until his death. Okay, so the modern scientists think that our existence, the existence of the universe, is in particle, wave, and information. The Chinese believe the same thing, that they took the 5-dimension existence and abstracted into 3, which is the body, or actually more precisely, they talk about the essence. It's not just the body, but the essence. The essence of the kidney energy line, the essence of the heart energy line, the essence of the lung energy line, and so forth. These are essence that were given to you by your mother. And then inside is the energy body, the chi body, and they abstract that from the 72,000 nadis into just 12 meridians that is active according to the clock. Each one of them 2 hours, when the sun rises to where the sun sets. And then finally, the bliss body. And the Buddhists abstract that into what's called the 4 immeasurables, starting with loving kindness. And so for me, the ultimate health maintenance is to understand the existence of these dimensions. And most importantly, to understand, to tap into the most powerful energy in our existence, which is the loving kindness. The loving kindness, not just to others, not just to your family, not just to your enemy, but even to yourself, to this body. So we're going to talk about how to learn to meditate on loving kindness, starting with this body.